Did you know that every word coming out of your mouth is creating, at this very moment, the life you're living? That's right. Your words are secret codes that determine what you experience daily, from your relationships to your financial success. Most people completely ignore this hidden power, and without realizing it, end up sabotaging their own dreams with language loaded with negativity. But what if you discovered how to master this power, taking absolute control over your reality? In this video, you'll finally learn how to consciously activate your creative voice, aligning word and emotion to quickly transform your life, manifesting a reality that once seemed impossible. Are you ready to embrace this power? There's an invisible force operating silently every time someone speaks, writes, or thinks. Words aren't just random sounds thrown carelessly into the universe. They carry a specific energetic frequency that reverberates deeply into the surrounding reality. Many people ignore that when they speak, they're literally drawing an emotional and spiritual map of their lives. If someone observes carefully, they'll realize that each verbal expression is a meticulous piece of this great existential puzzle. Words are seeds thrown into fertile soil, the human subconscious. By pronouncing them, each person plants, without realizing it, what they'll harvest in their future. A simple negative comment, like, "I'm unlucky," although it seems harmless, begins to create invisible roots that silently expand. Likewise, a positive affirmation, spoken with conviction and consistency, has the power to germinate rich and transformative experiences, just as a carefully planted seed grows strong under favorable conditions. Ancient sages and philosophers knew about this hidden power of words. For them, each word was treated as a sacred tool capable of shaping destinies. Hermes Trismegistus stated that words and thoughts elevate man to the level of gods, while Neville Goddard taught that words are direct manifestations of the deepest assumptions. By understanding this, a person stops seeing their words as trivial and starts using them as conscious instruments to manifest what they truly desire. Think of words as secret codes that the universe constantly decodes. Each verbal expression, positive or negative, emits a frequency that echoes throughout the fabric of reality, creating resonance with similar experiences. Those who constantly complain are creating an energetic field conducive to attracting more problems and frustrations. On the other hand, those who choose to express gratitude, even in the most difficult situations, establish a powerful vibration that attracts favorable, abundant, and inspiring situations. Just as a stone thrown into calm waters creates ripples that spread to the farthest shore, your words also create energetic waves that go beyond the present moment. These waves impact relationships, health, finances, and everything that forms daily life. Recognizing this hidden power is the first step to consciously transform your reality, shaping it through clear intention and strategic, deliberate use of your own voice. The human voice isn't just a means of physical communication, it's a unique signature, loaded with each individual's emotional and spiritual fingerprints. Whenever a person expresses their thoughts out loud, they reveal to the world their inner emotional condition. Like an energetic fingerprint, each spoken word carries with it a specific vibrational pattern, faithfully reflecting their deepest state of consciousness, leaving indelible marks on their subconscious. Imagine the subconscious as a recorder that never stops working. It registers all spoken words, especially those pronounced with intense emotion, without differentiating what's good or bad for the individual. If someone spends their days constantly repeating negative phrases about themselves, like, "I can't," or "It's impossible for me," Their subconscious accepts these statements as direct orders, creating blocks that prevent personal and professional fulfillment. On the other hand, those who understand this dynamic consciously use their voice to reprogram limiting beliefs. When someone chooses to say, "I am capable," with authentic emotion and firm conviction, they create a new neural pathway in the brain. With continuous repetition, this affirmation becomes part of their deepest identity. Neville Goddard calls this living in the feeling of the wish fulfilled, allowing the subconscious to restructure its internal vision of the world, transforming words into concrete realities. Carefully observe the people around you. It'll be easy to notice how their words directly reflect their personal experiences. A prosperous person not only frequently speaks about prosperity, but intimately feels they deserve abundance. Similarly, someone experiencing financial difficulties tends to constantly talk about limitations and scarcity. These inner voices become self-fulfilling prophecies, reinforcing the scenario that each individual lives in their daily life. Recognizing that voice as a universal signature is liberating, as it allows a person to become aware of the emotional and spiritual frequencies they're emitting. Understanding this, they can consciously choose the words they sign and release to the world, knowing that each verbal expression is a powerful declaration to the universe. By consciously altering their verbal signature, a person positions themselves to receive exactly what they most desire to experience. The law of assumption, taught by Neville Goddard, reveals a powerful and often ignored truth. The reality experienced is a direct result of the inner assumptions someone continuously sustains. Many people mistakenly believe that simply desiring something will make it materialize. However, the true key lies in what the person assumes as real in the present moment. What someone assumes with deep conviction, whether good or bad, will inevitably come to life in their experience. Imagine that the human subconscious works like a movie projector, and each inner assumption is a film that continuously plays on life's screen. When a person lives dominated by beliefs of scarcity and limitations, even if they consciously desire prosperity, their inner film will continue projecting scenarios of difficulties and deprivation. The secret is to replace the current film with another, more aligned with what they really want to experience, profoundly changing the scenario their reality reflects. The practical application of the law of assumption occurs when a person assumes an emotional state of fulfillment even before physical manifestation. For example, someone seeking full health shouldn't simply wish for health, but live intimately as someone healthy, assuming this state as something already existing. By acting this way, a direct bridge is created between desire and its realization, dramatically accelerating the manifestation process. A powerful example to understand this concept comes from theatrical acting. When an actor takes on a role, they don't just speak or think like that character, they emotionally become that figure, living their pains and joys. Similarly, whoever wishes to manifest something must act as a conscious actor, assuming the role of one who already lives what they aspire to. By doing this, the reality around them inevitably begins to reorganize to reflect this newly assumed identity. Thus, the law of assumption reveals itself as a hidden but essential key for true personal transformation. It's not enough to just desire or visualize. One must assume, feel, and live as if the desire were already an accomplished fact. From this state, assumed with absolute faith, the surrounding reality responds quickly, creating circumstances and events aligned exactly with the new inner identity that was consciously established. Negative words function as silent traps, carefully hidden in people's daily lives. They seem innocent and often even harmless. Common expressions like, "This always happens to me," or "I have no luck," go unnoticed, but operate powerfully behind the scenes of the subconscious mind. Each time someone verbalizes these negative statements, they discreetly feed limiting beliefs that grow and sabotage real opportunities for transformation and personal growth. Visualize these expressions as small threads of a subtle, almost invisible web. Each negative word adds another thread until this web becomes strong enough to trap someone in an unwanted reality. Many people live trapped in these webs, unable to realize that they themselves created them through careless use of their own language. It's like someone trying to move forward, but constantly stumbling over the invisible obstacles their own words have formed. Joseph Murphy teaches that the subconscious literally accepts the words and feelings continuously expressed. For him, negative phrases function as direct commands, which in turn manifest in concrete life circumstances. By repeatedly saying something like "I can't," the subconscious mind, without judgment or resistance, works diligently to confirm this belief, creating situations where the person really can't accomplish what they desire. A clear example of this is the silent self-saboteur, hidden behind seemingly light phrases like, "It's too hard for me." Those who repeat this are, without realizing it, erecting a high wall between themselves and their goals. The universe promptly responds to the frequency of these words, confirming the internally projected difficulty. In contrast, replacing these expressions with empowering affirmations like, "I always find a way," dismantles the invisible traps and creates an open path to new achievements. Recognizing these traps is the first step to freeing yourself from them. Those who wish to manifest a better reality need to exercise vigilance over their daily words, treating each negative expression as an immediate red alert. Consciously replacing invisible traps with positive, proactive expressions filled with confidence activates a hidden power that undoes mental webs and allows living a life aligned with what they truly desire to manifest. Emotional alignment is the essential bridge between desire and its realization. Many people fail to manifest what they desire because there's a profound incongruence between what they say and what they really feel internally. They mechanically repeat positive affirmations without creating the necessary emotional connection. Without this genuine alignment, words become empty, unable to reach the necessary vibration to materialize the deepest intentions. Imagine that the word is the vehicle and emotion is the fuel that moves it. Without an aligned emotion, strong and coherent with the desire, affirmations remain motionless, parked in the conscious mind. But when someone speaks something with sincere and vivid emotion, the vibration of these words acquires enough strength to cross subconscious barriers and manifest in the physical world. That's why manifesting requires not only verbal discipline, but mainly profound emotional discipline. Neville Goddard emphasized that it's not enough to just affirm something desired. One must truly feel that they're already living this reality. When speaking of prosperity, it's necessary to deeply feel abundance in the now, even before it appears physically. When speaking of health, it's vital to cultivate inner feelings of well-being and vitality. This emotional alignment transforms words into powerful frequencies, capable of attracting corresponding circumstances like an irresistible magnet. To exemplify this, think of a radio station. Each emotion has a specific frequency. If someone wants to manifest happiness, they need to adjust their emotional frequency exactly to that tuning. It's not possible to tune into a specific radio while the dial is pointing to another station. Similarly, it's impossible to attract happiness when remaining emotionally tuned to sadness or hopelessness. Changing external reality requires first precisely adjusting the internal emotional frequency. Emotional alignment, therefore, is the secret behind every successful manifestation. Those who learn to consciously align their emotions with their desires discover an extraordinary power, capable of creating true miracles in their daily life. Each word pronounced with clear emotional intention becomes an irresistible decree to the universe, dramatically accelerating the manifestation of the most ambitious dreams into palpable and inspiring realities. Each person possesses an innate and powerful capacity to create through their own voice. This capacity is often underestimated or ignored, leading many individuals to believe they're passive victims of fate. However, when someone fully comprehends that their words are living manifestations of their deepest thoughts and feelings, this perception awakens an incredible creative power, allowing them to take the reins of their own life. To activate this creative voice, the first step is to become conscious of the words pronounced daily. An effective exercise is to observe for a few days the most common words someone uses when speaking about themselves, their experiences, and their expectations about the future. Frequently, a person will discover that many of these words are limiting or negative. This awareness is the starting point for a profound change in how they express themselves and, consequently, in the reality they experience. Another powerful method is the practice of conscious self-affirmation, where positive words are spoken daily with true emotion and conviction. For example, instead of saying, "I'll try to be successful," the person should clearly affirm, "I am already successful and prosperous." By doing this regularly with authentic and full emotion, a strong and consistent vibration is created that works directly on the subconscious, generating tangible results in a short time. Think of the creative voice as a spiritual muscle that needs to be trained and strengthened. The more someone consciously uses it, the more powerful it becomes. Small daily exercises, like choosing 3 positive affirmations to repeat several times a day, have an enormous cumulative impact. Gradually, these words create a new inner reality that inevitably manifests externally, bringing a profound sense of fulfillment and personal power. Activating this creative voice means fully taking control over personal destiny, replacing casualness with deliberate intention. By making words conscious and intentional instruments, anyone can rewrite their life story, creating experiences that reflect their deepest dreams. The voice ceases to be just a communication mechanism and becomes an active force of creation and transformation, capable of shaping extraordinary and inspiring realities. Now that you know the real and profound power of every word spoken, the decisive moment has arrived. How do you choose to use your voice from here on? Always remember, your reality is shaped by the words and emotions you choose to nurture every day. And now I ask you, which words do you decide to permanently eliminate from your vocabulary? What affirmations will you start using to transform your life starting today? Leave in the comments the first powerful affirmation you've chosen to change your reality. Also, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell, because we're always bringing deep and transformative content like this.